Today our topic is exploring graphs of linear functions. So, the instructions are to watch this video, and I'm going to show you how to complete the activity, and then you're going to complete it on your own. So it's a little bit different than the video notes, but I am going to get you set up to be successful. Alright? So if we look right here where it says part 1, we have two equations, y equals 5x and y equals 1/2 x. And we have to answer two questions. The graph of which line is steeper, and the graph of which line is less steep. So if you look over here at this diagram, this graph, you have an example of steep and not so steep. So the steeper the line, the more vertical it looks. So this is a steep line, and right here is a vertical line. So the closer it is to being vertical, the steeper it is. So you could write that next to this, closer to vertical, and even draw an up and down line to remind yourself what vertical is. If it's a less steep line, we can call it a gradual line or just less steep. It's closer to horizontal. So the closer it is to a horizontal line, the less steep it is. So again, draw a line left to right to remind you what horizontal is. So to complete this activity, we do have to use this Desmos graphing calculator, which is linked in the homework for the video. So if you just click on the Desmos link, it'll take you there. So we have to type in these two equations, y equals 5x and y equals 1/2 x. So if we click here, and then on your keypad you can type in y equals 5x, press enter to go down to the next one, and then we have y equals 1/2. So to do 1/2, you just use the slash bar, and then we have to use the arrow over key to go over next to the fraction and then put the x. So it is 1/2 x. So now if we look at this diagram, you can also zoom out if you want, zoom back in, so you can look at it. Which line would be steeper? Which line is closer to vertical? That would be the red line, which is y equals 5x, and then that leaves y equals 1/2 x as smaller. So the line that's steeper is y equals 5x, and the line that's not as steep is y equals 1/2 x. For the rest of the note sheet, you're going to do the exact same thing. So you have a bunch of different pairs of equations. We have that pair, answer the two questions. Come down, answer the two questions for these. If you notice now, our slopes are getting negative, so now we have negative slopes. Then there are reflection questions here. So answer these reflection questions in complete sentences. And then on the back you have part 3. So now we're adding in that y-intercept. And then another reflection. So without graphing, how can you know if a line will be steep or not? That's the question that you need to be able to answer by the end of this. If you can just look at an equation, like looking at this equation, you need to be able to figure out, is it going to be a steep graph or not so steep, by just looking at it. So by the end of the video notes, you should be able to answer that question. That is all of the video. So now use the Desmos link to complete the video note sheet and bring it back to class with you.